Bienvenidos. Soy Damien. Today we are going to continue with the Spanish for Dummies book, chapter 1. We are at Diphthongs in the Getting Started chapter. The diphthongs. Good grief, you say. What's that? Diphthong comes from Greek, where di means two, and thong comes from a similar word meaning sound or voice. Don't worry, we had to look it up in the dictionary ourselves. Very simply, it means double sound. There, that's easier. The Spanish word is diphtongo. Diphthongos are the combination of two vowels from the Spanish-speaking point of view. For instance, E and O, or I and O, combine to make the io, as in patio, courtyard or patio. Joining the weak to the strong. Diphthongos are always made up of a weak and strong vowel. Calling vowels weak or strong is a convention of the Spanish language. The convention comes from the fact that the so-called strong vowels is always dominant in the diphthong. To the Spanish speaker, I and U are weak vowels, leaving A, E, and O as strong ones. To visualize this weak or strong concept, consider a piccolo flute and a bass horn. The sound of the piccolo flute is definitely more like the Spanish E and U, while the bass horn sounds more like the A, E, and O. Any combination of one strong and one weak vowel is a diphthongo, which means that they will belong together in the same syllable. In fact, they're not only together, they're stuck like superglue. They can't be separated. In the diphthongo, the stress falls on the strong vowel. More about stress later in this chapter. An accent marks alerts you when the stress falls on the weak vowel. More about accents later too. In the combination of two weak vowels, the stress is the second one. Try these examples of diphthongs. Bueno. Bueno, which is good. Cuando, when. Fiar, to sell on credit. Fuera, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Fuera, outside. Sueso, Swiss. Viudo, widower. Separating the strong from the strong. When two strong vowels are combined, they don't form a diphthong. Instead, the vowel retains their separate values. So you must put them into separate syllables. Aorta. Here are some examples. Aorta. See? Feo. Ugly. Mareo. Tide. Marea is tide. Mareo is dizziness. Did you notice in the previous list how changing one letter in marea and mareo, for example, can change the meaning of a word? This letter phenomena occurs in Spanish just as in English. Finding such words is fun. In the case of the previous list, at least the two words come from the same root, ma, which is sea, and associating the tide to one's dizziness isn't all that difficult. But in other places, you can have oceans of difference. There are some more examples. Casa, house. Cosa, thing. And pito, whistle. And pato, duck. And peto, bib or breastplate. Pronunciation and stress. In Spanish, one syllable is stressed in every word. Stress is the accent that you put on a syllable as you speak it. One syllable always gets more stress than the others. In single syllable words, finding the stress is easy, but many words have more than one syllable. And that's when the situation becomes stressful. Looking for stress, normally. Can you believe that you're looking for stress? In Spanish, the right stress at the right time is a good thing, and fortunately, stress in Spanish is easy to control. If you have no written accent, you have two possibilities. The word is stressed next to the last syllable if it ends in a vowel, an N or an S. Here are some examples. Camas, beds. Mariposas, mariposas, butterflies. Pollo, chicken. The word is stressed on the last syllable when it ends in a consonant that is not an N or an S. Look at these examples. Cantar, to sing. Feliz, happy. If a word is not stressed in either of these two ways, the word will have an accent mark on it to indicate where you should place the stress. Looking for accent in vowels. One good thing about having the accent mark on a vowel is that you can tell immediately where the stress is just by looking at the word. The accent mark does not affect how the vowel is pronounced, just which syllable is stressed. Here are some examples of words with accent marks on vowels. Balcón, balcony. Character, personality. Fotógrafo, photographer. Pájaro, bird. Understanding accents on diphthongs. An accent in a diphthong shows you which vowel is to stress. Take a look at these examples. At some point, I'm going to have to get a whiteboard for this stuff. So you guys need to see the way things are spelled. But we'll keep continuing. Adios, goodbye. Buenos dias, good morning. Decía, you were saying. Tia, aunt. Pronunciation plus. Did you notice the unfamiliar pronunciation or punctuation plus? Did you notice the unfamiliar punctuation in buenos dias and decía and adios? Spanish indicates the mood or tone of what you're saying, both at the beginning and at the end of a phrase that is a question or an exclamation, as in decía, you were saying, or decía, you were saying, versus the question marks versus the exclamation. As far as we know, Spanish is the only language that provides this sort of punctuation. However, this punctuation is very useful when you have to read something aloud, because you know beforehand how to modulate your voice when the phrase is coming up. This punctuation is the verbal equivalent of making gestures, which you can see in the following examples. ¿Dónde está? Where is it? ¿Qué maravilla! How wonderful. The following phrases can get you through some basic phrases to know. The following phrases can get you through a number of awkward pauses as you think of the right word. Ole! Great, superb, keep going. This very Spanish expression is used during bullfights in Mexico and Peru. ¿Qué hubo? Hello, what's happening? ¿De veras? Really? This phrase is used to signal slight disbelief. No me digas. You don't say. Also a phrase of disbelief. Alrighty. So in the end of these chapters, there's usually a little fun and games section. So I will have a slide, I think, with the fun and games section for you guys. It was good to see you. Thank you for watching. Hasta luego.